Here's what I would do if I wanted to get fit and strong with upper body. So I have 5-pound weights today. In Pilates, we always say light weights, heavy repetition, and or flex bands reformer. So I'm gonna recommend you do 5 pounds, 3 pounds, 2 pounds. Now, what I like to do, because we always wanna strengthen our feet and take those moments throughout the day to make sure your foundation, right, the feet of your body are like the foundation of your house. We wanna make sure the foundation's nice and strong, okay? So I'm gonna stand on top of this Bosu and lift weights. That's our first of 3 things I'm gonna do to try to strengthen my upper body. So when you are on a Bosu, it's a very unsteady surface. So you wanna make sure you step feet hip distance apart, okay? So just gently, you're going to step and then step the other foot apart. So my feet are sort of like on the outside of that bullseye in the middle that says Bosu. Now remember, Bosu is B-O-S-U, which stands for both sides up. All right, so somebody took an exercise ball, cut it in half and put a base on it. That's all a Bosu is. But what I'm doing here is I'm recruiting inner core stabilizer muscles to balance. So if you want, I have to squeeze my stomach in here the whole time I'm gonna be doing this upper body series with this 5-pound weights. If you wanted to see me from the profile view, here I am neutral spine. I'm drawing the abdominals in nice and strong, and I'm bending my knees to hold my balance, okay? So this takes practice. I would recommend, if you first start doing this, to do it next door to, like right next to a counter or a bar, ballet bar, whatever you think, to kind of hold on, okay? Now, when you're moving around this Bosu, this is malleable, right? So it's like a cushion. So if you kind of step and march in place, sort of stomping on the grapes, if you will, march in place. This is also recruiting those core stabilizer muscles. So the whole time I'm gonna be doing lifting weights, again, I'm recruiting core stabilizer muscles. This is a series that I do twice a week religiously because I'm over 50, truthfully, and building muscle mass is really important as we age. We all lose muscle mass over time. That's called sarcopenia, S-A-R-C-O-P-E-N-I-A. You could Google it to research more information about that. But even starting at the age of 35, we lose muscle mass. So you always want to lift weights throughout your lifetime, especially 50 plus, okay? So here we are. I'm gonna start off with reverse fly. So my form would be a slight bend in my elbow. Again, bending the knees to keep my balance. My feet are working, my legs are working, my core is strong to stabilize. And my reverse fly is just gonna open and shut, almost like the wings of a bird, okay? So again, keeping the body stable, 10 times, I will go ch and inhale back. There's a slight bend in my elbow. 8, I have long rests. 7, breathe in, breathe out. 6, 5, you're doing great. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm keeping my same stable stance. I am bending the knees, feet hip distance. I'm squeezing my stomach in. Now I'm going to swing those straight arms back. 10, 9, 8, 7. So this is a hammer grip. 5, 4, 3, 2. Flip the palms up. Keep going. 10, 9. You're getting your upper back and your triceps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now I'm gonna clap the weights together behind my bum. This is an awesome one. This is, remember we did that, bringing the weights or the wine bottle behind your bum? Okay, that video when we were lifting up 10 times going around the world. So this is like a mini version of that. I just do that 10 times. Now I'm going to do bicep curls, again, just in the front to start. Continuing to bend the knees. I'm going to curl, release. Now, while we're doing these bicep curls, I'm just gonna tell you, Pilates instructors always talk about mind, body, and yoga instructors too. It is 1000% true. So when I was getting my first certification in personal training, I remember we were doing this exact movement, a bicep curl with no weight, just our body weight. So it felt like a joke, right? I was like, I'm not doing anything. And the teacher said, I want you to contract, release like this with body weight. And she goes, I want you to put your mind to the muscle that we're working, the bicep. And I did that. I swear to you, Scouts Honor, the next day, I felt my bicep like toned and tight all over. It's like, that is crazy. Anyways, now we're gonna do the open bicep curl. I love this one because it really helps the traps. Like when you release the weights back down, the traps right up here, okay? The trapezius muscles, they have to lengthen. And a lot of the times during the day, they're lifted because you're stressed. So you want them lengthened. So you're going open and shut, arms in a diagonal line, palms up, long wrists. Let's do 10 of those. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. It's getting hot in here. 4, 3, and we're gonna clap the weights. 2 in the front. 1 more, hold it. You're gonna clap and open, but do you see how my elbows are like glued to my waist? So the best that you can, your forearms are now parallel with the floor. Clap those weights. And when you open, you're squeezing those shoulder blades back. This is incredibly good for your posture, okay? Here we go, 10 of those. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, hold your balance, you're doing great. 2 and 1, and release back down. Now, of course, we want to do our row. So this time, my chest is forward. I'm going to put elbows back and down. 10 of those. 9. Little hesitation before you let that weight go again. Good, 5 more. You're pulling back, squeeze. Long wrist, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, I don't know about you, but a lot of times when I'm cooking or whatever, and I'm reaching down the cabinet, I'm reaching down with one arm. Or we do that a lot of times with like doing the laundry, right? So I'm gonna practice right here, one arm at a time, to train my body for that functionality. When I'm reaching down and emptying the dishwasher, or I'm picking up the jar of salsa, whatever, out of the cabinet to cook with. All right, so one arm at a time for 10. Very good. Now lift up. This one's a little harder, more challenging is what I meant to say. And you're gonna chest up, shoulders back, lifting your chin. So you're feeling that mid back really activate, almost like a rod. So you're straight back, okay? Still bending the knees for balance. And you're just gonna do a lateral raise. This is, I always joke around, probably the most boring exercise, but it's very, very needed, okay? 7 more there. 6, you're doing great. 5, 4, 3, 2, and now we're just gonna do the front raise. So pull your tummy in. I put the weights together here just so I'm not like all over the place with the weights. 10 of those. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Now, one little trick I like to do, first of all, I like to do this just to kind of release the traps, all the muscles around the shoulders. A couple more there, tap, do a little circle. Now, we're gonna put it together. You're gonna bring out your inner cheerleader, so to speak, okay? So let's just do 5 times each because I don't wanna bore you with too long of a video, but I usually do 10 of these, but let's just do 5 for this video, okay? Then you can redo it, rewind, and just replay this again. You're gonna go out, close, open, down 5 times. Here we go. 5, good. 4. So at the beginning, this is easy, and then you're like, oh my God, right? Good, 2 more. Open, close, open, down, 1 more. Now we're going to switch it. Bend those knees still, here we go. Up, open, together, and down. Still trying to balance. 5 of those. just to make it even. 4, you got that. 3, good. 2, and last one. Open, close, and down. Very good. Now I'm gonna step off the Bosu, give myself a little break, and what I can do is go on the knees on the Bosu, which is still a lot of balancing. So you're on the knees, okay? Whoa, as you can tell, it's a lot of, even more balancing, I think. So this is almost like stand-up paddleboarding. You can start off standing on the paddleboard, and then you switch to kneeling, and you're still using a lot of core, all right? So first, now we're gonna move to triceps. So I love overhead extension. If this is too much for you, you can also do one arm at a time, okay? Now my chin is up and my head is back. I'm trying the best I can to keep my elbows to the ceiling. So hug those biceps to ears, punch up and down, up and down, balancing. 10 of those. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, so good for posture. 3, 2, and 1. And then very Pilates-esque, I'm going to inhale, exhale, draw the abdominals in, circle back down. Good, now my back is supported because I'm on my knees, my hips are not moving, and I'm swinging those arms side to side to kind of just release. Okay, we're done with the weights. Now I have my TRX strap out today. Now TRX is something I frequently throw into my group classes when I have like, oh my gosh, I have like 5 minutes left. I'm coaching like 12 people at a time, group coaching. Things take longer, right? Like people ask questions, it just takes a long time. So if I only have, I'm looking at my watch, I have like 10 minutes left in the class, I always throw TRX in because it is just so great for toning those upper body in a very quick amount of time. Everybody can do it. I'm gonna move this Bosu over. And now we're just gonna do the 3 exercises that I throw into like almost every class, like I said, especially if I'm short on time and I have a lot of varying fitness levels in the class. We're gonna do triceps here. Now my lid is kind of hitting my hand when I come up, but you definitely want to keep the hands together. And this is triceps. So see how my body is coming with me, all right? So a lot of people tend to go like this. Okay, no, that's not it, okay? You wanna bring your bum with you. So imagine your body's like a surfboard, okay? Elbows are in, and then you're just, it's like you're knocking on the door. Okay, so that's triceps. Then the rollout is when you reach out and press down. Now this is also very Pilates-esque because again, squeezing your bum, tucking under, drawing the stomach in. You're gonna inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. So when I'm gently pressing down, this is on fire, okay? And then of course, we're going to do the chest press. You chest in front of, you press in front of your chest. So it looks like this, it's chest press, okay? Now this is basically like a glorified push-up. And at the beginning, when you first do these, you're like, ooh, I don't know, should I really be going that far back? And the answer is yes, you should be going that far back because it's so good for you. Let's do 5 of each of these, okay? Here we go. 5 triceps, long wrists here. Breathe in, breathe out, 3. Keep your feet planted on the floor, please. 2, and last one. Now the rollout, again, reach forward and press down, exhale. 5, 4, breathe in, breathe out, 3, 2, and last one. And then chest press. I'll step back a smidgen. Now again with TRX, if you step back, it makes it a little bit more challenging. If you step forward, it makes it easier. But with chest press, we want to make sure we have a broad range of motion. This feels dynamite on my shoulders and my back. I'm bringing the shoulder blades together and exhale, squeezing, then rounding them again. So it's like retract, protract. Kind of one more. Okay, now the finale is you're gonna bring your arms up in a big V and step forward. So it's an alternating step forward lunge. I'll move forward a little bit, you can see me better. So it's step and release, step and release. Good, okay, we have 10 of those. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, now get ready for the best stretch of your life. All right, you guys still watching? I'm hoping so. Right foot forward, left foot plants for warrior one. Can you see me? So it's right foot, plant your left heel. Open those arms. You're coming into this warrior one pose. So my left leg is super straight, inner thigh working. Back here, my left heel is digging in the mat. My foot is on a diagonal line, okay? I'm gonna keep my legs nice and stable. And then if my right foot's forward, I'm gonna bring my arms up and down to the left. So you're gonna pull your stomach in and go all the way around, looking down, bend that front knee a little bit deeper, more deeply, and OMG, you've got like the best stretch of your life. Come back up and down, open and release. And other side, left foot forward, plant your right heel, open up, and then up and down with the arms to the right. So you go all the way around. You're gonna bend that front knee. Can you see my knee? I'm gonna bend it. I'm gonna plant that left heel. I'm gonna come all the way around. Bend, bend, bend. And I always joke around. That's like when people work out at my studio. I'm like, okay, that stretch was worth getting up and driving over here today. Okay, now I promised you the last little bit of our 3 series. We did weights, we did TRX, and now we're gonna do reformer. Okay, whoops, okay. Well, hopefully you guys can see that. Sorry to keep you so long today. So I'm gonna put this bar down and I'm gonna get the long box out, okay? So far we've gotten a lot of really good core strengthening with the upper body, standing on Bosu and with TRX. TRX is very similar to reformer because you have to balance with your core the whole time, whatever you're doing. But this time, one missing piece to our upper body workout today is the extension, right? Think about extension like diving in the water, extension, Superman, super person, superwoman pose, like you're reaching out. So this is sort of Superman on reformer. I have 1 red spring. You can also do this on 1 blue spring. And we all know that if you feel any tension in lower back, put the spring down to 1 blue spring or 1/2 a spring, okay? So what I'm gonna do is, I'm not sure if you can see me there. Put it down. Oh yeah, you can. Okay, good. So I'm going to lie down on the box like this, and my chest is off the box, okay? I'm gonna squeeze my bum, squeeze the legs, point the toes. You get extra credit if you lift your knees off the box. But you don't have to, but definitely squeeze the legs. Hold above this buckle, and you're gonna circle your hands around. That's called choking up on the straps. Now we're gonna do the plaits. So my arms are straight, I'm thumbs up. I'm gonna pull my arms all the way to the hips, thumbs down. We're gonna do 5 of each of these. So this is breathe in, do that. 5, 4, I'm looking ahead, 3, 2, and 1. And then I'm gonna do airplane, thumbs in, and you're gonna pull your arms open in a T. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to double choke up on the straps for the pull down, which is one of my favorites. You might have done this at the gym. You're going to pull elbows out to the side, kind of like a chicken. Okay, squeeze the legs, point the toes, pull back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then let it all go. So after that, we always want to sit down somewhere, for example, on this box. Nice place to be able to stock Pilates boxes because they have handles on the sides. So you can hold on the handle, take a nice big, beautiful side bend. Good, and then the other one, up and over, side bend. Beautiful. Now, you did a great job today. Remember, it's always fun to change it up. So if you're going to like a regular gym, just try the weights. If you go to like a TRX studio, look me up for more TRX workouts, and or Reformer is la creme de la creme. It's always nice to do a combination of things, especially as I said, as we get older, we're finding different ways to continuing to build that muscle. The muscle is so important as we get older, not just for core strengthening and falling, preventing injury, but it's because it's the number one way to like burn fat in the body and stay long and lean and strong. Okay, great job today. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it and reach out with any questions. Bye now. Thanks.